Good morning. It is Sunday, a rainy day today here in Terrace, British Columbia, but that's okay. It's been super hot as of late, and it's time that we get the rain back in our rainforest. We are on turn 11 of A Week in Binh Long. Let's do a quick refresher about what we're doing. We have run into a sniper up here, and we've already taken 2 losses, basically lost a squad of one of our most powerful infantry units, which is kind of a pain. But we do have some gunships. They're going to be dealing with that. We have found a machine gun up in this location here, and we have the rest of the air cavalry troop trying to take that machine gun out. I am going to avoid that hilltop for now and continue taking the points. What else are we doing? I'm just going to turn off that label. Otherwise, the battalion up here is continuing to secure area Alabama. We have moved into area Louisiana. We have the dozers have finally arrived at the fire base where we're supposed to be building. Good morning, Stipe. Good morning, Tori. And good morning, Rylanor. Good to see you. I'm glad you're enjoying the previous episodes, Rylanor. That's great. Of course, if you're all here, you're always welcome to let me know anything you'd like to see in particular, or if you have any questions, please ask them. I'm always happy to answer. Let's continue going down. We have our D Company, Heavy Weapons Company of the 2nd 28th, which is the battalion that's operating in the north, escorting our engineers. I forgot to do this part here. So I was going to add an ambush here, but I haven't had time. I will do that probably for next Wednesday. I'll do that for sure. I've been working. Let me show you what I've been working on. I've been updating flags for all the aircraft, and I've been taking the time to go through and utilize better sounds for all the aircraft so that they do sound much better. But I'm only partway through, and this has been consuming all of my days, unfortunately. So that's what I've been doing. And I didn't get a chance to do this, so that's my own fault. Stipe is saying, sorry I missed Wednesday's stream, time zone diff. Yeah, sorry about that. Stipe, I have a question. How many of your choppers do you expect to last, and for how long? You're a funny guy, Stipe. I'm hoping that my helicopters are going to last throughout the entire week. Realistically, I will probably lose them on the 4th day. That's my guess. I will probably lose the snakes, which are operating down here, sooner than I will lose the hogs, mainly because the snakes are most effective at 1 hex away. So I kind of suspect I will lose those first. I've already lost 1 helicopter, a Loach. Actually, let's take a look. Strength. So I've lost 1 Loach. I've lost a whole bunch of infantry, which is terrible. And most of those these are all IEDs that I ran into, and these are that sniper up north. And here I ran into a minefield, so I lost the truck, and it was carrying a mortar, and one of my jeeps were advancing or clearing a road, and they struck a mine. Your scenarios are kicking my butt, Stipe says. I do okay on some of the small ones, but I'm not ready for the longer ones. Yeah, I'd still recommend doing Street Without Joy for a longer one as a test to see how you are going to manage the more units. There's a couple of battalions worth of infantry in there, plus you have helicopters, plus you have some land-based or water-based units that are landing, so it gives you a little bit of variety. And you have only a couple of tanks. I think you have some flame tanks as well as some M48 Pattons. That's a good one to test your skills at a larger level. Continuing down, these guys are clearing area Alabama, which is what this area is here. You can tell we secured an airfield down here, and we have plot down battery, and here's where we took some losses down here with our infantry. Unfortunately to IEDs, we ran into a couple of IEDs which got triggered and made us had a bad day. I am going to walk this guy along the edge of the road instead of on the road, because I've been finding that apart from the villages, the IEDs are actually on the road. So things are going to take a little bit longer, but I'm trying to do my best to save my guys. Yeah, look, these guys got hit. They're still disrupted. They hit a minefield on their way down, unfortunately. And we know that there's a sniper here, and we ran out of action points, so not much we can do here except plot some artillery, which we do. We have some Arvin batteries over here, so let's plot them down. Which is great. There we go. This guy we're going to send north through the woods, or through the plantation, off the road. Then we'll have to go on there to grab that. Ah, seriously. Another IED, and we took another loss. Darn it. That's not cool. Man. It's not our... No. No. So this is our company command. You can tell by the headquarters here in the corner. Our gunships, they had to go back. That's right. Where are they? Oh, they're just coming back from being refueled. I will probably send these guys back down south just to protect our artillery in case there is something lurking. And let's go down south to our convoy. Let's just do this in steps. So this is the 1st 16th Infantry, and they are heading north with a bunch of supplies. They're all heading towards Loc. Oops. Should be able to catch up the rest of our units here pretty quick. Just like so. That's good. And I think that's all that we have down here, because all that is fixed Arvin for now. These units are fixed along QL13, which is the main road that connects all of our area. That's what this line is here, all the way along the door. That's QL13. And here at Lai K, we are continuing to build some defenses and trenches. So we built a whole bunch of trenches, and now I'm going to take my dozers and get them towards this airfield, and we can start moving the dozers by air. These guys can no longer build. So we have trenches here. This is Lai K. We are going to leave this area on day 2 with all these units here and send them north. But while I'm here, I'm taking the opportunity to make some defenses, because I know there's going to be additional battalions that are going to be coming on the map, and they're going to use this area as a staging area. So it'll be good to do some prep work before all is said and done. Alright, everyone here is digging in. Hopefully this builds a improved position next turn, and then we can disperse the machine guns while the dozers build a trench. Up north, I think that's all now, so we're going to end the turn. Let's see how many more losses I take. So I'm saving, ending the turn. Let's see what happens. Good morning, Red Sox Cutie. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Don't take any more losses. Yay! Don't. Yay! We're in a bunker, so we should be okay. Even though that sniper is attacking at a high strength. I think it's attacking at a 10. Oh, what was that? There's something down here. Did you see that? The operations around Loc Ninh seem to have gone well. You need to move some supplies to Loc Ninh at 93.74 and move the... Yeah, so we're doing that. We are, if we find... Where is it? Look way up. Oops, zoom out. So that's Anlock, I think. Yeah, so our 2nd 28th Logistics Company is in this convoy here, which is good. So, but we just need to clear the road before this can get there. And we're actually starting to lose our ammo now, so things are working better. Okay, perfect. So there's that sniper there. We're just trying to soften it up. I will fly around with my Loach again to see if we can draw any more fire. I want to assault that hex maybe after. Okay, so we know there's a sniper there, but we want to see if we can draw any last fire out of it. Or did it fire twice? If it fired twice, I don't have to do this. Let's drop down. There it is. Let's do some reconnaissance, which I did. I was successful. So it must have shot all of its shots. So there, we're going to fly in with our gunship. We're going to do a couple of shots. Since it's in a bunker, these snakes aren't very effective. But I tried. Maybe we'll get a disruption. And then I'm going to assault it. And we destroyed VC Company, which is great, so we gained some points. Although we didn't destroy the whole company. So these helicopters, we will send them back for refueling. And we'll send that team with it, or the other units with it. Now, we did run into some... Oh, look at that. Look at that. We found something here. I don't know what that is. Let's see if we can draw some fire. Or did it... So... It totally depends. Like, my gunship could have... Hey, Compass Rose, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, okay. So, whatever that is, it's sticking around. We need to put this somewhere where we can see where it's going. So we have this unit here. I'm going to assume it's a propaganda unit. And I think we did reduce it by 1. Which is good. Okay, so we're hunting that down. We've already taken losses due to IEDs already. That's not cool. And this guy we're going to send this way to capture that point. And then have him swing around to take these points. We have our helicopters here. They're all fueled, ready to go. This one we're going to send north, though. because that is going to be our helicopter that takes our LRRPs into Cambodia. And then here we'll have also a flight of helicopters that will be able to take an entire company. Shoot. Let's unload this. And then we have spare jeeps here that we can use what we want. These machine guns. So we need our Chinooks to come up here eventually. Oh, sorry. Just 1 second. Let's see if I can turn off the notifications for a bit. I almost didn't tune in as my Twitch. It shows you streaming a rerun. Oh, wow, really? That's not good. I lost us. Ha ha ha. Lost all my choppers already. Thanks for the support, Stipe. I really appreciate that. Ah, seriously? So there must be something there that I can't get in there. These guys are coming back. They can head north. This guy, let's send him back south. This guy can go through the woods. This guy can capture that, or not. Why can't I capture that? Because I clicked the wrong hex. Okay. I think this also fired twice. Let's just double check. Yeah, I think it did. So we can pop up with our gunships, our hogs, fire at that blasted sniper, and drop them back down. Is he... yeah, let's see if we can assault that. No. Oh, we did reduce it though. It had a double no effect, which is a good sign for us. Let's pull these helicopters back away. So we'll do that again. Just repeat the process. And here we're going to start digging in with our dozer and start building our fire base here. We have Chinooks that they have refueled, and then we're going to send them south. Where are our other Chinooks? I have 2 LRRP teams, yes, at the start of the scenario, and then I'll get 2 more later on. Where are our Chinooks? Did I land them already? No. Well, let's use our find organization. 1st Infantry Division. There it is. Oh, it's heading south. Oh, okay. That's right, because we're going to get a construction platoon. Oh, so it got all the way to Loc, but it can't land until next turn. That's fine. Here these helicopters are coming over. We're going to avoid this hilltop because that's where the machine gun is. And we're going to land back at the base. So now we have a good selection of helicopters up here to help with our plans. And here's our LRRP team right here. So we are going to send them towards this hill to capture that hill. Oh. Ran into a minefield. That's scary. Okay, now, we know there's a machine gun here. Let's see if we can draw some fire. There it is. Now it has one more shot. Okay, so we drew the fire, which is great. Now we can bring in our gunship. And fire. Did we kill it? Oh man, that'd be awesome. Let's go check it out. Oh, there's something else there. Oh, there's a recon unit there. Ah, run away. So it didn't fire though. Interesting. But we can fire at it. So we destroyed that machine gun with the rockets. Yay for hogs. Yay for hogs. And that's good that we know that there's another unit up there. So we spotted a recon unit there. Yeah, in order to protect the gunships, we need to do that, Stipe. And that's what really that's why these have a defense of 12, because they're designed for flying in low and soaking up hits. That's what you can do with that, for sure. That's the whole point. That they're recon units, and that's one way to recon is recon by fire. And that's kind of what I'm doing, is letting them fire at me as I'm getting close to them and soaking them up. Although, keep in mind, it was just the machine gun that fired here, right? This unit didn't fire. So if I brought this platoon up, it would have been shot at, and more than likely lost a couple SPs, strength points. So there we go. That's done. Let's go up to the road here. Let's unload these engineers. These engineers have done what they need to do. These guys are just waiting to cross. Hey, Compass Rose, I didn't have a chance to add this ambush here yet. It'll probably happen for the Wednesday session. I just ran out of time this week because I was doing some other things as we needed to do. It's a priority thing that I'm working on, the data for the airplanes and helicopters. So I will get to that ASAP, just FYI. So that's all we can do here. And down here, we're going to move our stuff. And these guys can all move north. So I'm doing this in a couple of clicks, just so I make sure that my units are going to stay on the road where I want them to be. Because sometimes they decide to go around and around. Man, this is a huge column. And here I screwed up. Get them back on the road. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to this area. Did we move everyone already? We did. We have our battery back, which is good. We have this thing here. Where do we think that's going to go? Is that a village? No, it's just woods. So let's use our battery and prepare there. Do we have a battery in here? We do not. But we do have 2 batteries up here. So I'm just going to lay waste to this entire area in hopes that we catch that unit. Our gunship, let's move it out of the way behind the trees so this thing doesn't shoot at it. This recon helicopter should be able to see if it moves in this area. We are assuming it's going to move here. I don't know if it's going to or not, but we have to try. We have to try and see. Let's see. These helicopters, they're out of points, but they're heading back to refuel, so I have another another prepared on station in case we run into something else. And I think that's it. Let's go up north again. Everyone has moved. Nope, these guys have not moved. So secure the hill. They can secure that. This guy will double time through the woods to get 2 X's, even though it's woods. These 2 platoons are going for this crossing. This platoon is going for this crossing to go into this little valley here to secure the area. I think the border is right there. Yeah, it's right here of the area, so we just have to make sure we secure the points above that line. There we go. That's pretty much it. I think we're good. Oh, we can transport some of these. Oh, there's our other Special Forces team too. And he is going back to the airfield. That's right. We're sending him back to the airfield, and we're going to use that 2 SP helicopter, wherever it is, to fly that guy. We have a choice, and I'll let that choice be up to you guys. To either send this LRRP unit over here to secure the points that we have here, or do we cross the border and drop that LRP unit onto one of the landing zones to start dealing with the operations in Cambodia. We'll decide that after we get all our units organized. Alright, let's save, end the turn. Airdrop across the border. Okay, we got 1 vote for airdrop. Oh no, we got shot at. Oh, interesting. There's stuff in here. Okay, so he took the point. And we saw that because we have a loach here. A visual reminder of the 2nd 28th Infantry Supply mission for the day. And yeah, so we had our logistics down here, and we're moving them all the way to the north up to Loc Ninh. And we weren't informed of this, but we know that's happening because we're moving all of our troops from the 1st 16th up to An Loc. While the combat units of a battalion move by helicopter, the supplies will need to move by road to An Loc. Supplies to Loc Ninh move the supply elements from the 1st 16th Logistics Company from Phuoc Vinh to An Loc. So yeah, we are already doing that because we've moved the whole battalion along that road, which is fine. We have 1 unit that I recovered, yay. 5 headquarters unidentified supply. 1 artillery unit is unavailable, and we have built 2 improved positions. So, are we going to get lucky and take that unit out? Rylanor is asking, are there plans to enable a convoy to move as 1 unit, for example, selecting both ends and moving them all together? So there is something called an organizational movement, and It doesn't work on the convoy, but it works based on the organization of the unit. I'll show you what I mean right now. Now, how is this going to turn out? I don't know, because I didn't organize my column based on the companies that are inside. So let's take a look and see, just for giggles, how this is going to work out. Now, do I want the shift or do I want the column movement? Let's look at the manual. So I can, because I never use this. Let's do a find column. Alright, how do I use organizational movement? Column movement can be conducted by unit by pressing the Alt key and right click on the hex. So let's do that. So I'm going to select this unit here. Let's see what it's highlighted. So it's just these units that are highlighted, the ones that are in yellow. So I'm going to press down the Alt button. Is that what it said? Just confirming. Alt button. And I'm going to right click on this X. So as you can see, it took all the units from that particular company and moved them at once. I didn't have to move them all. That's a simplified version of what you're asking for. What you're asking for, Rylanar, is a little more complicated. There'd have to be some code in there because it doesn't know. The computer doesn't know what convoys you have all inside. But this is much faster. So let's continue doing that. Can I do that again? Oh, it would only let me do it once. Buggers. So let's do that. See what happens. Can I do more movement? So I'm going to select this supply truck and I'm going to right click up here. Let's see what comes along with it. So a bunch of stuff did move, but we don't have control of the movement, so unfortunately it went off-road, therefore it didn't go as far as I would like. What about these ones? See what happens. Yeah, so my columns I didn't organize them very well. So now I have units moving that are spread around from everywhere, unfortunately. So, if I was to do this column again, I would organize it much better. I'm just waiting to see how this is going to play out. I also have to be very careful doing that because that might move all of my units that are part of that battalion. So I should have moved everything else first before doing this. Oh no. So the graphics are obviously not have to catch up. Yeah, so there we go. Now all my infantry units are moving too, and I have no control over what they're moving, so I should have moved them first. But there we go, we moved a whole bunch of that column. But now it's disorganized. Interesting lesson though. It is possible, but you have to prepare for it. So where did my units move then? So they moved. They moved. These ones didn't move. That's good. These helicopters we're sending back to refuel. Yeah, you definitely want to keep your companies together for those types of movements. And you'd want to organize your column based on company. And before you do that, if you have units in the field, you want to make sure that those are moved first. Especially when you're moving an entire... So what I did down here is I had selected one of the jeeps that, you know, like this one here. This jeep here is part of the entire battalion. So it's at the one of the highest levels of the battalion. So if I select that, it'll move that entire column. But it'll also move the other units that are associated to that. So you see my infantry units here, they're also highlighted. So they all moved. And they all moved in the wrong direction. So you can tell that they all moved to that hex that I targeted. So from here, this one moved down to here. From here, this one moved back into the woods. So if I had moved these units first, then they wouldn't have done that, right? But yeah, you can use column movement, but you'd want to make sure that your column is well organized before you start doing that. Or you do it company at a time where you know the companies that are going to be involved. Okay, so that thing moved. We didn't kill it, but we know it's going to fire. So let's see if we can draw some fire. No, let's drop down. Nope. So let's bring in our gunship. And we have another shot. Oh, sneaky buggers. Okay, let's bring this thing back. And we're going to put them back up in the low flight zone so we have better eyes to see where this thing is going. We're hoping it goes this way, but we don't know for sure. Now, this means that my units down here, they've moved. I can't do much about that. We have a battery here, though, so let's aim for that battery. So we plot some artillery on the suspected avenues of approach. I don't know how far that thing's going to move, but we'll see. And we do... Oh, that's out of shots. This one has some shots, though. So let's put that here and here. Ah, man, I can't believe how many casualties I've taken already. Okay, so that's done. Now let's go up here. Here we're in the northwest. We're going to... I don't remember if this thing shot or not. So we know there's a bunker in there. Ah, we got shot. Ooh, and we're flying low, so that's kind of scary. Oh, we survived, so let's take it back up. Let's bring our gunship up. Oh, the gunship's already up. We did a shot. Let's do another assault. There we go. So we took out that sniper. Even though we lost a squad doing it. Man, that sucked. Here we built an improved position. So let's build another one here. Next turn. We have a headquarters here. That is acting as a refueling point for us. And here, let's go over to the 2nd 28th. And we're going to start collecting our points. We can double time this guy through the woods. We know there's a recon unit here. So let's see if we can spot him again. And we're going to do a reconnaissance. Nope. Yes. So the second attempt at low worked. We saw him. And now we're going to fire. Let's pull these gunships back. Move these gunships in. Fire. So normally, if this, in this type of terrain, I'm flying nap of the earth. But since this is uphill, I can see this being 2 hexes away. If the target hex was this hex, I wouldn't be able to see that. I would have to fly up to low level and shoot from there. The problem with that is that I would not be able to use my maximum fire strength, because as I fly higher, this attack value of 63 would be reduced. I don't remember what the exact reduction is. I think it's 25%. So it would be reducing at it would be firing at a reduced strength, which isn't good. We only have a few more turns before these guys have to head back to refuel. This guy, let's put him into the trees and we'll start going after these points here. Our LRRP unit heading towards this hill. And we're heading towards that hill there. And then that guy can come down and take that. A lot of bunker complexes around here. That's a light bridge, which means I can't walk across it. Or I mean, I have to walk across it. I can't drive across it. But we can secure that. And then cross, secure that, go over to this bridge here. And bring those things up. These mortars we have to send into the field. Where's our other? Here's our LRRP transport right there. Let's take a look. Where are we going to put it? There's a refueling part right there. Let's drop it down. There we go. So our LRRP is there. We should be able to put it in the same hex next turn. And we can head off into Cambodia unless someone else has any better ideas. Let me know. Land him. Land them. And we have Chinooks. Oh yeah. By the way, we ran into... Where were we? We noticed that there was something in here. So this will be a decision that we have to make. Do we go in here and hunt what's in there? Or not? Because we got fired at from something in here. So we'll have to make that decision after as well. But first, we'll decide that after we see how many turns we have left after we've secured the areas that we need to secure. Because securing the areas is of the utmost importance. But, as the instructions said, we do have to search the area. So, conduct a search and destroy operation within area Alabama and Louisiana. Build a new firebase and spend the night there. So yeah, we do have to hunt down what's ever in there. But, or it's in here now, I guess. It's in there. we're going to do that after. These guys can double time through the woods towards the trail. These guys can't because they're fatigued. That's good. Just going to pull out a bit, see what's going on. So all these guys have moved. All these guys have moved. Then we go down to our convoy. See if we can build a bridge. So I'm going to select the bridge engineer. And I'm going to build a bridge. Vehicle bridge. Only the bridge engineers and AVLBs can lay a vehicle bridge. I'm going to pick the direction, which is up. And I did not get lucky. No. So we have to wait. Wait till next turn. Therefore, my units are stuck in this position. Here we moved everything because of that column issue, which is fine. Grab our Chinook, and we're sending him south. Just follow QL13 because that's a good landmark to follow. All these units have moved, I think. Yeah, they're all good. And then down here at Loc, we can build a trench now with these dozers. These dozers can come up to get ready to be transported. We can disperse our machine guns again. And we'll just leave a machine gun there too, why not? That's a good place for it. Nick, good to see you. Hello again. Got myself a new CSVN download and finished Bootcamp 1. Now Bootcamp 2. My construction platoon tells me not enough action points for digging or clearing a landing zone. AP is still 100. And they didn't move. What am I missing? You can't clear... I think if you're playing with if you're playing with historical landing zones, you can't. But the whole purpose of the construction platoons is to build a trench. So in that particular scenario, you're going to be going to the fire base location, and you're going to select my construction platoon like I have here, and you're just going to dig in again after you've built the trench. After you've built in a, yeah, exactly. So you don't need to. Okay, for digging or clearing landing zone. Let's see, do I have a construction platoon somewhere? Here. Right now they are trying to dig in. They have an IP position here, and they have been. You just press digging in. And right now, they're going to be trying to build a trench. And that's what you need in order to get that fire base built, right? And that's what I'm going to be doing up here. I'll show you. So, just for giggles, I'm going to move this guy here. Next turn, I'll build a... I'll build an improved position for you. And a trench. So that's right now... So there, it'll be a new hex, and we'll show you how to get that thing going. And I'm pretty much done down here, so let's move on to the next turn. Don't forget a building permit first. Yeah, hi, you're a funny guy, Compass Rose. Funny guy. So I hear movement. Let's see, we have 0 units that have recovered, we've built an improved position, and we have 4 headquarters under the right supply. So we're just gonna, that thing didn't move. Okay, so Nick, we're going to, so right now I have that unit there, and I'm just going to press the digging in button, and then next turn, hopefully it'll build a trench, or sorry, an improved position for us. Just gonna move these things down for the other Chinooks that are eventually coming. Where are they? You have to remember how big this map is, so yeah, there they are. So we have to send them all the way down to Loc A, as far as they can go. Will they get this far? Let's see. A case of scotch never hurts. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Have to bribe the local authorities. So yeah, we didn't even get that far. That's crazy. We moved from here to here, basically. Okay, let's start in the north. We secured that, so let's get him back on the trail. There's a trail there. Let's fly around. Whoa, shoot! See, that's kind of scary. There's a machine gun right there. So let's take our other two units. Let's move this guy back up. Let's move this Loc closer to see if there's any more shots, which I didn't see. So let's take this hog, fire at that machine gun. And that's what these helicopters are going to be doing. They're just going to focus on finding these things. Whoa! They still shot. Ooh, we got lucky with our gunships. So I'm going to keep them 3 hexes away. That's quite a ways away. And we're flying in low, so that will reduce the effectiveness of that machine gun, which is good. So we're going to go in back and forth for the next few turns, this to draw fire and bring in our gunship to try and take out that machine gun. Here, let's double time this guy. Oh, that was an IED. Look, an IED level 2. We didn't trigger it. Thank goodness. Alright, so here, these guys are still not firing. So we used both of our... Oh no, we did... Oh, so look, here's a little hint. I fired with both of these units, but only one of them stopped firing, or it expended the action points. That means that I caused some casualties on that unit. So I can deselect the first one and then fire again. Let's pull them back just for safety. This guy we can double time to capture that point, like so. So when this thing is taking casualties, which is good. Let's double time this towards that point, and that guy can get on the trail. This one can double time to the crossing point. Okay, so we're actually making some progress here, which is good. And we know that we're killing things up here, which is also good. Let's move our LRRP up to the helicopter. Let's load it. And then we'll do a foray into, or towards Cambodia next turn. We're going to load up these mortars and get them flying towards the firebase. So for me, it's very important that whenever I run into a machine gun nest or something like that, especially based on the Mekong experience. In order to save my helicopters, I need to go hunt them down. So that's why, apart from the main mission, is to make sure that we're going searching and destroying. Anytime I find a machine gun, I will take the time to try and take it out. That way I have free-flowing flight paths, right? This thing is just sitting there. So let's do another shot. Fire at us. Let's bring in our gunship. No! Whoa. Damn. There we go. For finding and destroying a VC propaganda unit, we gained 200 event points. Jeez. And we almost risked losing a helicopter there, which is not cool. Let's send them back towards the base. For refueling. And let's send this Loach back to base as well. And let's find a supply truck. There we go. And my task force moved away, so we have to put them back. Yeah, because of that movement that I did, everything moved underneath that battalion. That's not good. Here, let's try another bridge ascent attempt. Build a vehicle bridge up direction because we want to cross there. No. Darn. Nothing. So these guys are still stuck. That is a really good place for an ambush. Here we're going to send our units across this river. So let's double time them towards that crossing. These guys can go towards the top of the hill there. And these mortars can go down to here. And then we'll come back to cross that bridge. We have mortars here. Let's unload them. Get them towards the airfield so they can also take off. The terrain is slow going. You see, there's a lot of hills in elevation, and each elevation change is 25 meters. So it's going to cost you 75 or 65 points to move. We'll let this truck go around, collect those points. Let's go to our other LRRP, see how far we can move. Can we move? Oh, we can do 2. Look at that. And we secured that hilltop. Perfect. Now this unit is going to rush to this point and then go along this trail towards the fire base, securing all these points. Because it's the fastest unit. That's the main reason. This infantry platoon will spend 10 turns going through here. Same with this one. Collecting these points. And yeah, we'll be making some progress. Down south. So, he's still building. We're waiting for the... do I have any supply units? I do. So I'm going to move the supply truck up here. And that is going to refuel my Chinook. Did we build a trench here? Not yet. We can move our other units around though. Let's build an improved position there. We have some dusters. They're hanging around waiting. These construction platoons, we can move north to the airfield. Let's go find our Chinook. There it is. Oh, we moved it already. Okay. And we have this convoy, this mess of a convoy. So I'm not going to do the echelon movement or the convoy movement. I'm just going to move up and get everyone back together. So So sorry for the slowness here. Just be patient. After your stream, do not shut down your stream until you see my Discord message about rerun issue. Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Compass Rose. That's weird that it's saying that I'm doing a rerun, because yeah, obviously I'm not, so I don't know why it's doing that. So again, I'm making sure that I have 12 strength points or less in order to maximize my road movement. It'll utilize the movement cost of the road as opposed to the hex itself. So I'm making sure that every stack that I'm moving is 12 strength points or less. So now, once I have all the vehicles back together, I'm going to reorganize them into a... each stack has 12 strength points. That'll shorten up the column and make me move a lot fewer times, which will make life easier. No problem. Yeah, it is weird. Compass Rose says, is anyone else seeing this stream as that being advertised as a rerun? Where is it? I don't know where it would say that to you. Where does it say that to you, Compass Rose? Screenshot my Discord. Oh, really? And Stipe sees it too. Oh man, that's frustrating. And Rylander is seeing too. Oh, what? Why is everyone seeing that? That's so crazy. Okay, yeah, we'll deal with that after. I'm sorry that you're seeing that. That's crazy. Here removed. So he's still building. So let's leave our unit selected there. So hopefully we'll come back to that point. And let's end the turn. And of course not. Yeah, for me it shows live and recording. Then I'm recording it live. Oh, what's that? There's another machine gun there. Did we lose anything? No. For keeping your non-mobile units within 2 kilometers of your 1st Brigade supply headquarters, we continue to gain additional supply, which is great. And for keeping our non-mobile supply within 2 kilometers of your 3rd Brigade headquarters, we continue to gain additional supply, which is also great. How much did we gain? I don't think we gained any. 1 unit has recovered, so all of our units have recovered morale. We have a whole bunch of helicopters that need to be refueled. 3 headquarters under provide supply, and we did build an improved position with that construction platoon. So let's go down there and take a look. So now that I've built an improved position here with that construction platoon, Nick, I'm going to click on the shovels again, and it just shows me here that they're now digging in, and that will allow me to upgrade these improved positions to a trench. Once that is built into a trench, then I would move into the next one and do the same thing. And for that Bootcamp 2 scenario, you need to build 3 trenches in that fire-based location in order to be successful. Are you going to do it? Probably not by the end of the scenario, especially if you get attacked, which I'm sure you will. It just depends on how well that attack is going to go. So notice now that we have refueled this helicopter. It starts off with 50 action points. So I usually like letting my helicopters sit for, unless they're going to fly a long distance, which this one will, but I'm going to carry this construction platoon first. I usually let them sit one more turn, just so I can have 100 action points to move with. If they're moving for a long distance, though, I will take off at this point and put it up into the high flight zone, where that saves me 10, 20, 30, 40 points right off the top of my head. And since I have 50, that at least gets me into that top flight zone where I can then move. So that's why I do that usually. Here we have our LRRP unit. Let's put him in the sky, and we're going to put him, so we move one and then put him up into the high flight zone. And as you see, we burned a lot of action points doing so, but let's bring him closer. Let's not fly over that area because we know there's VC there. Let's take him towards the firebase. We have a handful of turn or movement points left. So let's bring him over here. Or not. Let's turn off the labels. So, we're at the border. This river here is the border of Cambodia. This is our LRRP unit. Where are we going to send them? There's a landing zone here. There's a landing zone here. I'm not going to use that landing zone because that looks like a trail. Let's not use that. Let's use that or this. What do you think? I'll give you the choice. Actually, we have... Oh, should we... You know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to send this helicopter back. Let's drop it down. Get it refueled. And we're going to bring a Loach over here to find out which of these landing zones is safe. That's a good idea. I am in the firebase location, but it's still a construction platoon. It does not let me to build enough action points. I'm trying to build IPs with it. Oh, we'll get them to a supply trails type for sure, but we need to utilize a landing zone first. We can't land them anywhere they want. They have to use a landing zone. So there are the 3 landing zones there that we can do so. But yeah, then we have to go and hunt down where that supply trail is, with avoiding the North Vietnamese army that's going to be hunting us in here. Nick, I'm in the firebase location, but still a construction unit tells me not to. Nick, are you on Discord by any chance? If you are, can you... Does someone have the link to our... Oh, wait, let me do that. Hang on. Discord. How do I share the server here? Anyone? What is the server? Or, actually even better, if you go to here, if you go and make a post somewhere, anywhere, and attach a screenshot so I can see your situation, Nick, and I need to be able to visualize about why it's not letting you do that. Not able to, not enough action points. I'm trying to build IPs with another platoon and trying again. So you're not going to be able to build... Thank you, Red Sox Cutie, I appreciate that. You're not going to be clearing a landing zone there. That's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to just build an improved position, and then you're just going to click on build the IP again with the construction unit. Why it's not saying it doesn't have enough action points, I'm not sure. And that's why I would like to see a screenshot that highlights the hex that you're in, plus the unit in the unit list, which is this. In this unit list, I'd like to see the construction platoon, if that's possible. Alright, here we're going to double time down this trail. Here we're going to see where... now we know we got shot at. See, before we got shot at. Now I'm not getting shot at. Oh, look at that! So I did a recon, and we found an infantry platoon and an RPG team. So let's fire. Let's drop down. I can't drop down because we're in... Okay, so we're actually really close here to negative. We're close to enemy units here, so we have to be careful with these helicopters. Again, force preservation here. That's not good, man. Okay, so our plan. Take this Loach, refuel it, and then we're going to fly across with our LRRP unit after to one of these 3 landing zones. Next turn, or maybe the turn after, we'll decide, or actually we can decide now. Up to you. Decisions. North, center, south. You guys decide. Where am I going first? And while you guys chime in, I will continue doing this. I wish I had B-52s. Oh no! We got reduced! Freaking IEDs. And these helicopters, they all need to refuel, so let's send them back. And we'll come back here and we'll hunt this down. These mortars can go to the base. Okay, all of our helicopters. Let's split up our teams. Loach and a hog. Drop down, get refueled, and Loach and a hog. Drop down, get refueled. So everyone's refueling? No, they're not. Oh, sugar. Now I can't refuel, so they have to refuel next turn. Let's load up these mortars. Fly across. Did you know that if you don't like seeing these 3D icons, you can actually use NATO units, NATO symbols, counter graphics NATO, just like that. There you go. We have NATO now. This guy was going towards the crossing. We'll get him to take that point. No, next turn. Let's just zoom into this Loc Ninh area. Yeah, we're just waiting for helicopters. They're refueling. They will be refueling. We have a 6 strength point helicopter here, which is good. 4 there. Okay, let's go up north, find our LRRP unit, let's double time him and headed this way. This unit can go through here, that has secured that. What's this? Another infantry unit. Send him towards that point there. This doesn't have enough point. Oh, he does have enough point to cross. Yay! Here we've crossed. They do sound so lifelike, don't they? That's amazing. It's funny. Okay, they survived. That's good. They also survived. Every time I see one of those notifications, I think I'm getting struck by a mine again. Okay, down here, we're going to continue walking through the woods. And then we're going to continue walking through the woods there as well. These guys moved. Go up to that intersection there. So this area will be secured much faster than the other areas, which is great. The main task for this is going to be, well, we've taken out a sniper, we've taken out that propaganda unit, which is good. Then we'll probably just fly back and forth with helicopters towards this firebase. But first, we're going to fly our helicopters back to refuel. Landed, they're refueling. We have another couple of pink team that's on station, ready to go. Now we have to move the rest of that column. I'm going to find my jeeps and lead the column because we don't know what's going on. Oh, shoot. Just like that, we ran into a minefield. Holy crap, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, again. Sheesh. Oh, there's something there now, too. I think he did send the first on foot. Oh, I can't remember if they were on foot. Started off getting flown in. Yeah, the two LRRPs, they start in Loc Ninh at this battalion starting point. And then I decided to utilize their speed to secure some points. And then, so one of them is up here, working on the northern flank of area Louisiana, which I will show you. So it'll secure all the points along this northern part because it's the fastest, and it'll come to this fire base, and we'll use that fire base as a jumping off point for this second LRRP. And the other LRRP, it secured some points along the bottom here, but then I took it back to the airbase at Loc Ninh to fly towards Cambodia. So next turn we'll be actually entering into Cambodia. Alright, let's go to our column. And we did find 2 minefields. So this part of QL13 is not secure, which means I have to go through each minefield. Ah. Oh man. And I don't have any engineers with me, so I can't even preemptively start clearing these minefields. They have to sit there until there's an engineering team available to do that. The real answer, of course, that's classified. Yeah, what are you talking about? What? That's funny. So when the 2nd Brigade comes onto the map, I will get 2 more LRRP units, and they're going to be operating in the south. So, just as a reminder, even though I've spotted these minefields, let me show you. So this is a minefield that my Jeep ran into and fortunately didn't suffer any casualties. But now that I know that it's there, I have to move up to that minefield and then move into that minefield. And anytime I move into this minefield, even though it's been flagged that, hey, there's a minefield here, there is still a very small risk that any vehicle entering that minefield will still suffer casualties. Maybe it strayed off the path or something like that. Let me look. Let me look. So, yeah, okay, that looks good. And then what happens when you press the button? It says no action points. Oh, unit does not have enough action points to dig in or clear an LZ. Are you just trying to... You can go around the minefield compass rose, but it takes extra action points. I want to utilize the action points, the minimum action points, by using the road. So yeah, you can go around it, totally. And it would just take you longer to do, that's all. Can you do me a favor, Nick? Can you move that construction platoon to here and do the same thing and see if it does the same thing? The other thing you can do here is, can you post your play file, and then I can take a look at it at the same time to see what's going on. Actually, yeah, can you do that? Can you zip up your BTL file? It's not. This is a construction platoon, and it has an improved position here. So what this is supposed to do is that when you click the digging in again, it should upgrade this to a trench eventually. And why it's not working for Nick, I'm not quite sure. Because I've shown you down below that it is working. But maybe there's a special case within Nick's file there that I'm kind of curious to see. So here, I'm going to show you compass rose since you asked. Oh, I'm not going to show you there because I ran out of action points. Never mind. I'll show you next turn. I'm going to show you the difference of going through the minefield as opposed to going around the minefield. So I think everything is caught up, kinda. So that's good. Okay. And then down here, let's see. So they're still trying. So right now you can see that he's trenched. He built an improved position, and this one is trying to upgrade that to a trench. So we're going to keep an eye on that and see how long it takes. This dozer built a trench, which is great. So let's move him towards the airfield because we're going to move all these dozers and whatnot by air. And that's that. Okay, I think we moved everything. Let's just do a quick double check. Yes. Oh, these dozers, we're going to dig in. So the dozers and construction platoons, they're basically interchangeable. They're the same unit. And usually I like operating with two, one construction platoon, one dozer, just to help expedite building these things. But we don't have that right now. Okay, I'm going to... Oh no, everything did not move. There, we forgot this guy. Oh, roadblock. Okay, so he's done. Now we can end the turn. Oh, we're still being shot at. From where? From here. At my hog, too. Those buggers. So that's 4 hexes away and they're still shooting at me. We have 1 unit that has recovered, 2 headquarters under supply. We have some helicopters that need to refuel, and we did build a probably the trenches down there. So let's go take a look. Yeah, so here you can see, Nick, we did successfully build the trenches by digging in a second time. Jason, a couple shows is asking, Jason, I understand the options. Either quickly move through the located minefield with risking losing another unit, or go around. It will slow down your advance a bit. Yeah, for sure. So let me show you just how much that's going to cost, or what the cost difference is in this terrain. So I'm going to take this truck. It's got, again, it's fully loaded. We're going to have a bad day if I lose something. I went through the minefield. It costed me 4 action points to get through all the way around, and now we're through along the road. Cost another couple more, but if we go around on the ground, look at the difference. We burned through 45 action points as opposed to 8. So risk versus reward for speed. Yeah, you could go around, but at the same time, do I need to? Depends how big. If this was a level 3 minefield, I would consider going around it, because, yeah. But a level 1, I don't think it's that terrible. But anyways, yeah, you see the difference in movement cost just by going around in this nice, clear terrain. So if it's worse terrain, it might take you a little bit longer. So we found a roadblock, which automatically reduces our movement to 65, or by 65. And notice there's a bunker there. And I don't have enough action points to go through with that unit. Ah, darn it. That's what happens when you don't identify what you're going to be doing with that minefield, is that it goes around it automatically, which is fine, but then you have to piecemeal it all the way around. So on the bright side, with these mines and blocks and things like that, we were able to catch up most of our units. All right. There we go. Now let's find our helicopter again. There's our Chinook. Let's fly him down. This is a 4 strength point Chinook, and we're going to take a dozer with that. We need to land, and we need a supply truck. Do we have any other supply trucks? We do. Let's move it into there. Excellent. Gonna check to see if Nick posted his file yet. He did. Okay, so let's do a live. 1 second. Let's just check this out, see what's going on. for your patience. Just 1 second. Bootcamp 2. That's true, Compass Rose. Can't get much quicker tech support than having it live streamed. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's take a look here. Can't do anything. Let's see. So both of those, actually, that's fine. I'm just going to end the turn. I'm just going to quickly go through this. Perfect. So let's use both of them, and we're going to build and improve position. And I'm just going to quickly go through the turns. Don't care, don't care, don't care. They're still digging, so let's end the turn. Airstrikes have become available. Yay! Did we build? Okay, so this engineer unit cannot upgrade the improved position to a trench, so we're going to move it out of the way. And I'm going to select the construction platoon, and I'm going to press the shovels, and it started. So there we go. So it did do it. So let's see. I'm just going to save it, end the turn. I'm going to get attacked here soon. That's going to suck. And you laid IEDs. That's awesome. You laid IEDs. Oh, good job. Good job. So he's still trying. These guys will dig in because we're going to need to. These are no longer useful. Where are... Oh, your other stuff. Blah, blah, blah. You'll do this later. Just as an FYI. Okay, we're going to end the turn. We're being attacked. Oh no. I'm going to suspect he had the engineer selected instead of the construction, but I don't know for sure. We're just gonna see if that worked. Because here, I'll move the engineers after and try and do the same thing and see what kind of message that it gives. So we're showing you, Nick, that okay, so he's still doing its thing. It's just taking its time. These guys are still digging in. These guys we're gonna move. These guys are gonna come up to help. Cool. Ah! The mortar hit their own units. That's not good. They're flanking my position. Yay, they hit the ID, but it didn't trigger. Ah. Well, that's unexpected. No kidding. I'm just gonna flip through that. So it didn't build it yet. We're still waiting. I'm gonna see just if I can try. No, so it gives me a different warning altogether. It says that I can't do it at all, which is fine. Let's just change the icon. Let's look at Nick's screenshot. Yeah, no, that is the construction engineer, totally. That's right, it is. Unit does not have enough action points to dig in or clear a landing zone. I don't know. So I'm going to wait for this trench to be built, and we're going to figure out what's going on. I'm going to pull my units back. And I'm going to grab these units here. Mainly because we need... That's an armed truck. That's going to be really useful for taking out the VC. Plus it has artillery in it and another machine gun. Yes, I'm abandoning the airfield, mainly for force preservation. Oh man. Can't we all just get along? And it's nighttime. Of course it's nighttime. Oh man. Okay. So I'm going to call it an airstrike. Move this machine gun up here. We're going to move this trench down here. Let's move the engineers into a better position. Let's grab our vehicles. Now these vehicles are going to move way slower now because it's still dark. It's a good thing we moved. Oh, and our ammo levels are so low because we don't have our supplies here yet. So I'm going to try building that trench in the same spot, Nick. And see how that goes. If I live, I mean. They've taken casualties already. Look, that's down to 1 strength point. Oh yeah, we've managed to destroy part of a Viet Cong company. That's good. Oh, that's a full strength point platoon, though. Oh, we took it down by 2. That's a full strength platoon. Oh, yay for surviving the assault. We've managed to reduce part of the Viet Cong company. Yes, that's good. We did take a casualty, though. Whoa, we took a lot of casualties. So, airstrike was useful. reduced it by 3. That's great. Let's go move this guy away. Let's grab our other stuff. Okay, now he's in the same hex that Nick was in, so let's see what happens. All I'm going to do is I'm going to press the shuttle button, and we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, it triggered it, so it started it. Alright, let's have the turn. Let's see if it works. You're using the 1 point. Oh, that'd be great, Nick. That'd be great. Yay for a coffee. You're using the 1.22 update, right, Nick? Managed to destroy part of the Viet Cong company. I was okay. That's good. Oh no, this is not good. You are, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm just trying to figure out why that would be the case. Yeah, why it's not working for you. Did it work in the new location for you, Nick? Oh man, this is gonna suck. They're totally flanking my movement. Oh no, this is terrible. Oh man. Jeez. Jeez. Now I'm totally screwed because I can't get my troops into the base, which means I'm not gonna, yeah. But here we did see that it finally built a trench. Yay. Oh, man. So let's see if I do it again. The hex is already entrenched. No. So as you see, I'm going to lose this scenario terribly. Trench, yeah. This whole fire base is going to be filled with corpses, unfortunately, because look. That whole thing is going to assault this. These guys are going to assault that. I might live there. I might. This is terrible. This is terrible. Oh no! Really? Wow. Oh no. Okay, so we've had enough of this, I think. Holy crap. That was terrible. Okay, so we know how not to defend a position for sure. Did you see that? That was terrible. They didn't even give me a chance. They went straight after my artillery. Oh man. Thank you for your support, Red Sox Cutie. That is just terrible. Yeah. Alright. So Nick, are you happy that is working. I'm not sure why it's not working on your install though, because this is your scenario and everything is okay. Don't continue your scenario like I was doing, that's for sure. But I think that it's functioning as expected. Oh, let's try. It's disrupted. I can't even initiate digging in. Were you trying to do something else? Unable of no. No. See, the interesting thing with your screenshot, if you look, it says the unit does not have enough action points, which it does, obviously, to dig in or clear an LZ. I don't understand why it's saying both when I just showed you it can only do one at a time. So that part is interesting, and why it's not recognizing that you don't have enough action points, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not going to save that because that's just terrible. Wow. Let's go back to our game. Sorry that wasn't more useful, Nick. I will try without mods or reinstall game later. You're welcome. But yeah, it is functioning. Well, yeah, what mods are you using? I can't believe I got butchered so bad in Bootcamp too. That is awesome on so many levels. Can we load? No, because the construction platoons, because they have so much equipment, it costs 100 action points to load those things up, unfortunately. All right, in the north, we have built an improved position here, so now I'm going to build a trench. There we go. These Hueys we can land and unload the mortars, because the mortars have to be out in the field. And we can take this guy back off, head him back to the base. Now we have our Loach. Let's get him up in the sky. Holy crap! Just like that, we found a freaking machine gun across the border. Oh man, and it's close, and we lost one. Ah! Run away. Okay. Did we decide on... which landing zone that we're going to attempt to go to? We chose north, center, or south. Let's get a vote, a tally here. Now's your chance. Let's do it now. We're going either to this one, or this one. There's trails everywhere in here, so it doesn't matter where we land. We're going to eventually find a trail. So, two north. All right, just like that. I think that will be enough. Let's see. Let's fly across this ridge. Head towards this landing zone. Let's drop down. Now, I don't have enough action points to take off, drop these guys off, and take off again, so I'm going to wait until next turn and see what happens. I can't believe I lost a freaking helicopter up here already to another machine gun. Oh, that's not even a machine gun. That's a proper anti-aircraft gun. That looks like a 23mm anti-aircraft gun. Oh man. That's not good. So let's avoid that. No, Compass Rose, the digging in was working. The digging in was working. The rest of the scenario, there must have been something wrong with it because the VC kept on slaughtering me. It was terrible. Holy crap. It was a brutal situation. I cried. I cried on the inside because it was so bad. It was so bad. So bad indeed. Let's go all the way over here. Let's send this. Oh, so we know that is occupied. We're not going to go there yet. This special forces is going up here. Oh no, that isn't occupied. It's not that hill. It's this hill that's occupied. Taking some points. These guys have come across. That's great. So we're going to cross here, and we're going to cross here. That's that. That's good. What do we have here? More mortars. Let's send them over to here. All right, let's drop down. And then drop down again. We can unload and get refueled all at the same time. That was a terrible, terrible experience. Let's double time this guy to take that point. So then this guy can come across, take those. This guy can go back to the jeeps or the light trucks. And here, let's just organize our units better. What's in here? Quarter-ton trucks, 3/4-ton trucks. These guys need to land. These hogs are disrupted because we forgot to land them last turn. So they were hovering in the sky, just waiting to crash. Okay, that's that. Let's see. Can we build a bridge this turn? Bridge engineers. Units. Build a vehicle bridge. North. Oh, we did it! Look at that. Now we have a bridge engineer. Road. Okay, so we can load up our engineers here. Get them across towards that minefield. And we can start moving our units across. I'm gonna wait until next turn to move the rest of these units across, I think, because that way it's not all bogged up. And here are our supply units. You can tell by the supply symbol there, the NATO symbology for supply. Is there a way to tell how many moves before choppers completely run out of fuel in terms of hexes? No, not off the top of my head. There isn't a way to tell that. You have to do the math in your head, unfortunately. But you do know that in the high flight zone, it costs you 1 action point per hex to move. It also, in low, it is 2 action points per hex to fly. And in Nap of the Earth, during the day, it's 3. During the night, I believe it's 5 action points per turn flying at Nap of the Earth. So that's done. Now let's go to this quadrant. Let's come this way. And can we cross here? We can't even cross there, but we can go secure that point there. This can't cross. These we're gonna go through the trees. We're gonna go through the trees with this guy too. Stay off the road. I'm sure there's stuff there with my luck. I'm getting tired of all these casualties that my poor guys are taking. Let's double time through the trees, and then we can clear this road. All of our helicopters are refueled. Now it's just a matter of moving our convoy, which we've done already. Okay. Let's go down to the south. make sure that everyone's doing their thing. Yes. So we've done everything that we need to do. We just need to move these dozers onto the airfield to get taken off. And they can land next turn. Okay. My Chinooks. Okay, right, that helps. My Chinooks had no fuel to lift out of an LZ in Operation Starlight. The local kids are growing rice in the... if you do happen to lose, if you can't take off out of an airfield, a landing zone or something like that, if they've run out of fuel, if you move one of your battalion headquarters or brigade headquarters into that same hex, it will refuel it. It will refuel it, but you have to get a headquarters into that same hex. So, what the? I just lost my loach. Something was here. Something was on that trail, and I lost my loach. It totally took it out. Holy crap. We lost some helicopters. Okay, let's go in, drop off our LRRP team. Since we lost our helicopters, we're just going in blind. And let's take off again. Wow, I can't believe that I lost them already. Okay, so we're gonna take this trail and we're gonna go up here. There's a nice little open area here, I think. That's a nice looking open area. Is this? It's just scrub, so we should be able to see it. I think I'm gonna plant my LRRP team right here, and I'm gonna turn off everything that it can fire at, and I'm gonna see what happens to come along this trail. What do you think? Good idea? So the lesson is don't fly without having a battalion headquarters units above your head. Yeah, for sure. Keep in mind, though, you might lose your helicopter, which will turn into a bad day. Ah. Oh, crap. We ran into something. Something here. Okay, there's a problem. So, we need gunships. Good thing we have gunships. Let's bring them both, actually. Okay, so we know there's a target here. We're going to bring our helicopters closer. Do we have artillery? We do have artillery. Is it within range? That's the question. Yes. So we're going to lay down our artillery. We're going to smoke it eventually. There's a landing zone here, but that's not clear yet, so I'm not sure what we're going to do. We need to get in there and see if that's secure or not. But we do have two hogs here, eventually. We have one here, we have one here. So hopefully that'll be enough with all that, with the artillery that we're doing, plus the gunships, that might be enough to take this out. What we're hoping is that we don't take any casualties as we're trying to cross this paddy area. I don't know what's all there yet. Guess we'll find out. I need to go back and take this point. So this Special Forces, this is the other LRRP. We're going to send them up onto this trail and secure all these points as we head back to this area here. We're flying our helicopter back to the base to refuel. and pick up something else. Do we have anything else? I don't think so. So here, we've almost secured this area. We just have one more point down here to secure. There, and there, and there. And we can start sending this company back to the airfield, and we'll transport that company by helicopter, probably to the fire base. The fuel supply trucks come auto with the headquarters. So each battalion has a supply company with it. Let me show you. So we are with the wrong 3rd Brigade. This is 2nd 28th up here. That's what this battalion is. And it all comes with a supply company, logistics company, and they usually include the supply trucks. These supply trucks are capable of refueling helicopters. But I think that's, yeah, so these are these logistics trucks, they are part of the 1st of the 4th Armored Cavalry Squadron, and that's what that is. They're part of that logistics company. And they're here because eventually the main base will be here. No, I think it'll be south. But because this is a armored cavalry troop, they have their own supplies, and because they're helicopters, they need a lot of supplies, so I brought them here. Anyways, the other logistical company, as I've explained before, it's on the road down here, and it's on its way up to Loc Ninh. But each battalion has its own logistical company. And depending on the scenario, some logistical companies will have purpose, like this one. This one has a lot of purpose with the logistical company, but some of the smaller scenarios, they probably won't. I might give you a bonus for having your logistical company vehicles close to your headquarters, like I did in this scenario. Or I might task you with running a logistical company or part of it to a particular place, like in, for example, I didn't do that with Operation Starlight. Yeah, you would have to move the logistical company for sure. Either way, it helps. Yeah, if you can get a supply truck there, use a supply truck. But if you can get a headquarters there, then you can just use a headquarters. It could be a headquarters that's out in the field already. For example, like here, I don't have a supply unit. All I have is my task force headquarters, and that's what I'm using to supply my helicopters, or refueling my helicopters, if that makes sense. So all these helicopters here have refueled, and they're good to go. Even though they're not part of that same organization. So there you go. We built some trenches there. I have one more trench to build here. We'll try and do that. And that will classify this as a fire base. Therefore, I've met one of the requirements for the day that I have to do here. I think we moved. No. Oh, there's more bunkers up here. Look at that. There's bunkers everywhere. Okay, let's move these guys. Oh, another freaking minefield. Oh, another minefield. And a block. Holy. Just remove the save action points for firing, and IP gets... Oh, that's why. I didn't even think of that, Nick. Oh, good to know. Thanks for telling me. I wouldn't even thought of that. Obviously. Which makes sense, because it costs 100 action points to do any engineering tasks. So if you're saving action points, then yeah, obviously it's reducing that by 75 or by 25 or whatever the point cost is. Oh no, that makes sense. Good catch, Nick. So here's a case where I have more. I have one more than I'm allowed to have to drive on this road. So now I'm stuck at saying I can't move any further, even though, or it says I have insufficient action points. But if I just remove one of the vehicles, then I can move along the road again. That's all that we can do there. All these are in units. Wish I had my access to them, but no, I don't. Okay, let's start loading up our Chinooks. And we want dozers. Oh, they didn't land yet. Crap. Can I load those now? Oh, I can too. Nice. So dozers and never get even while losing wargaming, right? That's so true, Nick. That is hilariously true. I hope you do better than I did during your scenario there. Just saying, because that was brutally terrible. So we have our machine guns dispersed. We have our headquarters here. I think that's all we're going to do for this turn. I'm excited to see what we're going to find with our LRRP unit. Hopefully we don't run into any NBA. So while we're waiting, let's take a look at our strengths. So I've lost 3 helicopters. I've lost the amount of a platoon and a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4 squads I've lost, plus some armored vehicles, or not armored vehicles, some light vehicles and some mortars. And we're only on, we're almost halfway to day 1 already. Oh, I forgot to move these guys. Two headquarters, I know provide supply, 1 unit low on ammo. Oh, crap, man. Oh, yeah, right. This is where we got shot from. Okay, that being said, we're past 2 hours already, just like that. So I'm going to save it here. Oh, and for those that are interested, I am saving every time I end a day, or not end a day, end a session, I'm going to start saving the files. So if you want to take a look, or if you want to play along or something like that, I'll post them probably on the forum, I guess, maybe. I'll post them in the forum, so the zip file of the turn, so you can open it up or do whatever you want. If you're watching or if you're interested, or if you don't care, let me know and I won't bother doing it. Yeah. Oh, I want to do a couple of shout outs too. One, if you're looking for opponents, if you want to play the game, did you know that you can go to theblitz.club? And this is a great place to find opponents. There's a forum here called Campaign Series 2. You can find opponents for playing the game if you want. There's a Facebook page for the campaign series, obviously, which is CS Legion Games. But there's also one called the Campaign Series Hangout, as here. And that has some, if you're looking for a game, might be a good place to take a look there. Post on the join and then post. Or, of course, there's the Discord, which Red Sox Cutie did post a link to before. You can check it out that way. And otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. That's fantastic. I really enjoyed the interaction today, and glad that Nick solved his own problem, but I'm glad that we had the opportunity to take a look and see how that worked. Yeah, I do. I will. I'll stop the recording and we'll take a look at that compass rose. I appreciate that very much so. If you're watching this on YouTube and you have any questions or anything like that, please ask them in the comments below. I usually respond quickly if I see the comments coming. What else? Or you can go to the Matrix forums. I showed you how to get there before, going through Nick's stuff. Ask your questions there. Always happy to help for sure. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. It's always appreciated. Hope you have a great weekend. And on that note, take care, smile always, and talk to you soon.